yogic perfections, and those who want mukti, liberation. They're all karmis. It's all a desire. There's some selfishness there, you see. So, mukti or liberation is of 5 types, you know. There are 5 types of mukti. What are they? Salokya, Shasti, Samitva, Samipya, Ekatma, Apyuta, Diyamanam, Nagrananti, Binamat Sevanajana. Lord Kapil Dev, he said that when 5 types of mukti are offered to my pure devotees, if it means that there's any restriction in serving me, then they will not accept it. So there's ekatva, that is the impersonal liberation. Devotees don't accept impersonal liberation under any circumstances, but they may sometimes accept 4 types of personal liberation. So one is called salokya. Salokya means to live on the same planet of the Lord. Then samipya, that means to also live on the same planet but be close to the Lord. For example, take Jai and Vijay. You know Jai and Vijay? They're the gatekeepers of Vaikuntha. They have salokya, but they don't have samipya. They're standing on the gate of Vaikuntha and guarding the gate. They hardly ever see Lord Narayan. I mean, they see him in their meditation, but they hardly ever meet with him personally because they're far away. They're out on the gate. So they have salokya, but they don't have samipya to be close to the Lord. So then there's shashti, to participate in the same opulences of the Lord, to have a 4-arm form and many powers and opulences like Lord Narayan in Vaikuntha. And salokya, shashti, samipya, sarupya, to have a form like the Lord, 4-arm form like Lord Narayan. These are different types of mukti. So if a person is a devotee of Krishna, he's not going to go to the Vaikuntha of Lord Narayan. If you're a devotee of Krishna, you're not going to get mukti, liberation, to the Vaikuntha of Lord Narayan. But you can go to Mahavaikuntha of Golok. You see, the Krishna Loka planet, it has 4 dimensions. Understand? Understand? The Krishna Loka planet has 4 dimensions. The outer aspect of the planet, that is called the Vaibhav, is called Golok. And Krishna and Radharani and the Brijbasis, they are there, but there's a mood of opulence. Persons there, they know that Krishna is God. And is Swakiya, Radha Krishna are married. So that is called Golok. But higher than that, inside, more interior to that outer aspect, that is the Mahavaikuntha, there is a Dwarka. And more interior to that is Mathura. And then the Antarmandal, most interior place, that is called Braj, Gokul, or Vrindavan. That Braj, Gokul, or Vrindavan, Radha Krishna are there, but it's Parakiya mood. She's married to Abhimanyu, Radha Krishna meets secretly. There, no one has any idea that Krishna is God. For them, Lord Narayan is God and Krishna is just the son of Nanda and Yashoda. You see? So that is the realm of pure love. So if you have a mood that, oh, Krishna, somehow they just get me out of here in this life, what will happen? You go to Krishna, but in Mahavaikuntha Golok. So the bhakti to Krishna, which is manifested in Mahavaikuntha Golok, because there's Aishwarya Gyan, knowledge of his opulence. So it's not so pleasing to him. Krishna said, Aishwarya Shitila, Aishwarya Ganeti Sab Jogata Mishrit, Aishwarya Shitila Prema Nahi Mora Preet. In this world, people know about my opulences and my godhood, but the bhakti that they render to me with this Aishwarya Gyan becomes weakened. It's weakened by that knowledge. And though it's pleasing to me, it doesn't fully satisfy me. You see? So if a person desires, oh Krishna, get me out of here in one life, I want to come to you, then it's actually a desire for mukti, to liberation, to the Mahavaikuntha of Golok, without a concern whether or not my bhakti is mature. You see? And this is why, now, we should know that that inner portion of the Golok planet, called Gokul, or Braja Vrindavan, that is only attained by Raganuga Bhakti. Only by Raga. By Vaidhi Bhakti you can go to Golok, but you can only go to Braja by Raganuga Bhakti. Sakali jagati more kari vidhi bhakti braja bhava paiti nahi shakti. Krishna himself has said, in this world, people are serving me according to the rules and regulations of scripture and following Vaidhi Bhakti. But this Vaidhi Bhakti does not have the Shakti to waken the Braja Bhav, the moods of Braja. Vidhi Bhakti Braja Bhava Paiti Nahi Shakti. And this is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught in Shikshastakam. Do you know Shikshastakam? Yeah. He said, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim kavitam bhajagadishakame mama janmani shre bhavatad bhakti ohitaki tvai. Oh my Lord, I don't want wealth. I don't want followers. I don't want great learning. I only want that this spontaneous love for you will awaken in my heart, janmani janmani, lifetime after lifetime. You see? So this verse, it's the fourth verse of Shikshastakam, and each of the verses of Shikshastakam corresponds to a particular stage in the development of bhakti. So the fourth verse corresponds to the stage called Ruchi. And in Ruchi, that's where one becomes eligible for Raganuga Bhakti Sadhana. And in the verse you'll find there, he's saying, birth after birth, I just want this spontaneous love, this taste to always appear in my heart. Birth after birth. That means the desire to be liberated in one life is gone. It's gone in that stage. And the reason is that the Raganuga Bhakti, by which one can attain love for Krishna in Braj, in Gokul, is a very high class and very rarely attained, and it takes some birth to attain it. But once a person is coming to that stage of Ruchi, then their devotional service is so delicious and so tasty. It doesn't matter to them whether they have to take another 2, 3, 4 births, whatever. It doesn't matter, because they're experiencing so much nectar from the hearing, chanting, and remembering in the association of their Guru and Vaishnavas. So if in your next life you have to be born in some universe where Bhaktivinoda Thakur is preaching, and then maybe in the next life after that you have to take birth in the universe where Narottam Das Thakur is, and then in the next life you get the association of Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami, what's the loss? And then when the fruit has become ripe and delicious and full of rasa, then go to Krishna. And Krishna can really relish a bhakti. And so you can see also in the Manashiksha of Raghunath Das Goswami, there he says, Yet ichche avasam brajabhuvi saragam pratijanu yuvadandam tatchat paricharitam aradablasai sarupam sirupam sajanam yetasya grajabapi sputam prema nityam param. Just from Nanumana, oh my dear mind, if you want to attain the direct loving service of Radha Krishna, bathing them, dressing them, decorating them, combing Radharani's hair, making her tilak, applying the altar on her feet, all of these very personal services to Srimati Radhika and Krishna. If you want this, then lifetime after lifetime, loudly call out with great love, oh Rupa Goswami, oh Swarup Damodar, oh the Ramananda Rai. Call out to the great Vaishnavas, the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the line of Rupa Goswami, again and again with great love and humility, lifetime after lifetime. So Raghunath Das Goswami, he is fixed in his vow, even if it takes me a few lives, but I will never give up, and I'll always be in the shelter of Rupa Goswami, Swarup Damodar, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and surely by their mercy, one day my Ruchi will become Asakti, my Asakti will become Bhav, my Bhav will become Prem, and then I'll go to Krishna. Like this. This is the mood of the advanced devotees. But sometimes it may be that some acharya or preacher, he will say, chant 16 rounds and go back home, back to Godhead in this life, because they know that in the junior stage we have so many attachments and anarthas. If we'll hear that it's quite tricky and difficult and may take a bit longer time, we may become discouraged and lose enthusiasm. So it's just like if you go through the education system, you have a kindergarten, and then you have the primary school, and then the secondary school, high school, and then university. So the various acharyas, they give us instructions according to the stage that we're in. But after we've become more mature, then we need a higher instruction. Then when we become more mature, again, we need a higher instruction like this. So it's always important to be in anugatya, that means under guidance of pure devotees, so we can receive the right instruction at the right time of our development and maturity. Is it okay? Yes? Yeah. So I think, yes, okay, one more question. That's brand valuable.
You talked about how it's not, prema isn't about rendering service, it's about the movement.
Of course, prema is about rendering service.
But
That's not enough. You have to distinguish in this world between necessary and sufficient causes. Necessary and sufficient causes. For example, let's say that you cannot see without light, right? If you're in the dark, without light, you cannot see. So light is a necessary cause to be able to see, but it's not a sufficient cause, because you also need eyes, right? So light is a necessary cause, but it's not a sufficient cause. The eyes have to be there as well. So yes, you have to do service, but that service has to be done with a humility and with love. So the service is necessary. You have to do it all the time. But it's not sufficient to control Krishna, because if service is done with pride, or it's done independently, not under the guidance of the spiritual master, then it will not produce the result. Is it clear? Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.